Hi, we want to show you a sampler from the first two public television episodes of Immense Possibilities. It'd take an hour to watch the programs end to end, so we've woven together excerpts to give you a sense of the program in just a few minutes. That means there'll be some sudden transitions that aren't in the actual program. One of the episodes focuses on a very creative program to connect kids with the growing of local healthy food. Hi, I'm Jeff Golden. Welcome to our weekly visit with people and groups who are creating immense possibilities for healthier communities and solutions to all kinds of challenges. Tonight, our immense possibility is Farm to School. Let's watch this to set the stage.
Farm to School is a program that connects us to where our food comes from. By serving us healthy, locally grown meals and giving us hands-on education opportunities, it helps make lasting changes in our school's food environment. Farm to School programs teach us the important link between community, being healthy, and eating nutritious, locally grown food.
Farm to School!
Our two guests tonight work as staff for Farm to School. With me in the studio is Tracy Harding, who's the executive director of Rogue Valley Farm to School. Tracy, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thanks, Jeff.
And joining us too from Portland is Stacy Sobel. And Stacy is the Farm to School program manager at EcoTrust and has responsibility for the Western States region that we were just talking about. Stacy, welcome. It's great to have you here too.
Thanks so much. It's a pleasure to be here, Jeff.
Let me ask you first, Tracy, what was your personal impetus for getting involved with this?
I'd say it involves a bit of hindsight. I grew up in a farming community as it transitioned to suburbia. It had a pretty radical impact on me and created an environmental activist and a food and farm advocate.
I am wondering how important involvement with the parents is and whether this changes food habits at the dinner table in households once the kids get involved.
Certainly when the kids are getting new foods at school and they're excited about it, they're going home, they're telling their parents, they're asking their parents to buy those foods, just serve them, to try them out at on the dinner plate. And what we did was we invited students, so kindergarten through college, to submit videos telling us what real food is to them.
I fell in love before with a candy bar. Its name was Snickers. It was so sweet. It was a little bit nutty, but I'll tell you, buddy, I thought it would make my life complete. But then I got hyper, then I crashed, and my skin developed a rash, and my teeth began to rot. So I looked Snickers in the eyes and said this was real love, but it's not. Whoa, it was so beautiful, it was so natural, the most wonderful thing I ever did see. With frizzy green hair and a nutrient-rich shirt, I fell in love with broccoli. I love you, broccoli. I love you, broccoli. You are so good for me. I love you, broccoli. I love you, broccoli. I love you, broccoli. I love you, broccoli. Real food is real love.
Have you found that the attention on childhood obesity has helped your work?
Certainly, and I think one of the things to know is that the White House has acknowledged that Farm to School is actually a strategy to combat obesity.
Tracy, tell us a little bit about the growth of Farm to School right in the Rogue Valley.
Demand for programs is continually increasing, and we've been recruiting and training volunteers to help us support the need for programs. So we have developed curriculum that's connected to state standards to make it a little easier for teachers to take the children out of the classroom and to the farm.
What about the connection to the smaller farmers that have been involved with the growers markets, the proliferation of smaller emerging farms and their involvement. Do a lot of them want to be involved with Farm to School?
They do, and that's one of the more exciting things that I get to do is directly introducing the farmers to the food service directors and staff and help build those relationships so they can figure out what each other needs to make it work best for them. Distribution is often a problem, but I've been helping folks work it out. So one farmer picks up from the next farmer on his way to the school and tries to make it as easy as possible. I've been known to drive around or ride my bike around with a trailer with a couple 100 pounds of vegetables in it, delivering from school to school. Whatever we can do to help make it easy for them. But talking to the farmers in the winter when they're a little less busy to have a schedule of crops that the schools would like to purchase from them so they know what to plant.
Stacy, we're almost to the end of our time. What is the immense possibility that you see in Farm to School?
Yeah, the immense possibility that I see in Farm to School is in the way that it touches so many facets of our life. Because we're talking about healthy kids in schools, we're talking about supporting regional food producers, we're talking about strengthening local communities, strengthening local economies. So I think that it has immense possibilities for all those different areas of our life, for our health, for our environment, our communities, and our economy.
Tracy Harding, you want to add to that last word? What's the immense possibility for you in Farm to School?
I think in the way that it connects the community, connects people to their place in the food system, connects them to their farmer and local agriculture and open space, and connects them to their health.
One of the program's goals is to stir awareness and appreciation among different generations. So every show will have a segment with younger people who are crafting immense possibilities. Do you see an immense possibility in this work, and what is it?
I do. I love the word connection, and in a time when it's very easy, even though we get connected online and to each other globally, we're very disconnected somewhat from our life force, from the simplicity of life and
the dirt, for example.
Right. The soil and the plants and the things that really sustain us, and so reconnecting to that, I think, brings everything together, the whole picture.
Well, that's pretty good. I really appreciate you being here, Brandon Schilling. Thank you. Thanks for the work you're doing with Farm to School. That's it for the telecast for Immense Possibilities. Stay tuned for our webcast just to follow. We want to know what you think about all this. That's at immensepossibilities.org. Until next week when we come back to you on SOP TV, I'm Jeff Golden. Please do what you can do. And as the credits roll at the end of each show, we'll be sure to have information to make it very easy for viewers to follow up and get involved.